It was 4 to 5 years ago when I was losing my hair, and we're going to have a little chat with Joyce here. How are you?
I'm good, my love. So good to
Good to
be
see
here.
you.
Hello to all my beauties tuning in. I love you all, and I'm so grateful for each and every single one of you.
All right, and we have been discussing, Joyce and I, a little bit about life and what happens in life. Sometimes
Yes.
we age, okay? Things happen. Things maybe our mother didn't tell us were going to happen, like hair loss.
Yep.
When you're perimenopausal and menopausal and postmenopausal, that thing happens. So the important thing is, as we were talking, drink your water.
Yeah.
Take your vitamins.
Yes.
And what else are we taking, Joyce?
And before I dive into what we're taking, hair loss can happen also during perimenopause, menopause, but it also happens for so many different factors. To men, to women, it happens because of stress, hormones, environmental damage, overprocessing, overstyling, diet. There is no possible way you can eat the jam-packed nutrition that is in these supplements, and it can happen to all of us because of aging.
Yeah.
As we age, the keratin in our body starts decreasing. When you take just 2 of these capsules a day, that keratin starts increasing. And that's why in our clinicals, we had almost 35% more hair in 90 days.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
Now, I know your journey started and you needed some answers.
Yes.
Because this started back many years ago when she was pregnant and was on bed rest for five and a half months.
I was pregnant 5.5 months at Cedars-Sinai in Los Angeles, California. We literally did Thanksgiving in the hospital, Christmas in the hospital, New Year's in the hospital. The nurses became my best friends. My beautiful husband would throw parties in the hospital for us to have Thanksgiving, for us to have Christmas, for us to have New Year's. We did pizza parties. And the nurses always said, how is it possible that this girl is lying down flat for all this time? I couldn't even go to the restroom. That's how bad it was.
That is so
And
freaky.
they would say, how is it possible that she's so positive? Of course, I would do it all over
that's
again
who you
because
are, though,
I
Joyce.
knew it was for my little munchkin, for my beautiful Valentino. That being said, in my case, my hair loss was hormonal. But then the hormones caused stress because the nurses, they showered me every day in bed, but they washed my hair once a week. And every time they washed my hair, I would see how they would pull out the clumps and look at each other like, this poor, poor girl.
Now, do you suppose that's normal for women who are going through that issue? They are bedridden because of their pregnancy?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Hormones is a key factor. Yeah. By the way, hormones are directly related to the menopause and the premenopause. So hormones are a key factor for women's hair loss. But to all my gals suffering, you don't have to worry about it because we have something for you. By the way, we have the only FDA-approved solution in the market for female pattern hair loss, which is phenomenal. Combined, we've made it so easy for you in a little kit.
Well, you've given us some health issues.
Yes.
Okay, just hold on.
I give you the whole shebang.
Okay, she gives the whole shebang, but here's the deal. A lot of what we put on our scalp is not good. It's heavy sulfates, which means it's heavy soap.
Yes.
And so it's not necessarily healthy for us. You've got a healthy solution all the way around. First of all, the supplements, very, very healthy. We'll talk a little bit more about those.
By the way, the supplements are for men and women. This is just nutrition for the human body. Whether you are a gentleman like my husband, you can go on our Shop HQ website and see his before and afters. His transformation.
We should pull him in here since he's right there.
He's over there in a little bit. In a little bit, we'll pull him in. His transformation has been insane. And I have so many gentlemen that are on the supplements. But
do you hear from them?
I hear from them.
Do you hear from them?
They write me on social media. They send me messages on Instagram. I love hearing from my gentlemen because originally when we first started, it was all about my beauties. It was all about my gals because everybody knows I'm a girly girl. And now all the men are writing in. They're calling the office. They're even putting in requests. You guys know I always say, what products do you want to see? The men are like, I need a better styling paste. And I'm like, this is amazing. I love how the
she's accessible.
Are
That's the
so
thing.
Engaged. I love it. But this one in particular is for my gals. This is not for you, gentlemen.
Sorry.
This little system, the Root of Goodness. I called it the Root of Goodness because it's both a play on my roots from my lindo Puerto Rico and of all the goodness, because we need to give our bodies, ourselves, all the goodness. not just, in this case, it's for our hair, but we need to give ourselves that goodness on a daily basis.
Yeah, and you know what? You need to treat your scalp as you would your face, as you would your arms and your legs, because we can do some damage up there. And what is our scalp hold is our beautiful hair.
And our scalp is part of our largest organ.
Exactly.
Yet, it's the #1 most neglected part in our bodies. Why? Out of sight, out of mind.
Well, yeah, who doesn't? Who
You don't think about it.
Yeah.
Because you have hair.
Who taught you to take care of your scalp?
Yes.
I mean, we're putting on,
Me.
yeah, this one right here. We're putting
Me.
sunscreen
It's
on to protect
important.
our face. We don't even think about our scalp. We don't
Yes.
think about it.
We don't think about it
Until-
until we start losing hair.
Exactly.
And then we say,
And
I'll
then-
do
yeah.
whatever it takes. I'll go to whatever doctor. I'll
Just
there's
spend whatever
By the
money.
way, there's all these
Yeah.
systems. They take out the blood, put it back in. My gorgeous Aaron Kessler, he said, I did it, Joyce. Waste of money.
I did it.
You did it too?
I did it.
No.
I did it.
Was
I
it
did it
painful?
3 times.
Was it painful? Because
You know,
Aaron said it was painful.
It was painful, but I didn't care because I thought if it's going to give me, if it's going to at least stop my hair loss.
But did it work?
It worked. I would get little sprouts of hair a week later for just weird little sprouts of hair, and then nothing.
You see,
And so I
you
thought,
wasted
okay, I
the
got to
money.
do it again. Do you know why?
So you wasted
Let me
that money, and it's
here's the thing.
expensive.
You're doing they're doing a centrifuge, and they're taking your plasma, right?
Yeah.
My plasma was old. That was 50-year-old plasma.
So
Because
they're
I was
putting the
50 years
same
old.
thing in.
Yes.
That's a no-brainer. But you know what I don't like? I hate how these doctors, just to pull you in as a customer, don't really tell you the true expectations. I don't like that. I wish
Yeah,
there would
what-
be a little bit more honesty and say, listen,
I agree.
This
I
is what's
agree.
happening.
Yeah.
This is what we're going to do. You want to do it or not.
And here's a percentage that it might work.
Exactly. They all say, it's going to work. Let's do this.
Let's
lock it in.
In my
and get
case,
her-
she said, let's just do it. And I should have asked as a consumer,
Yes.
I should have said, what is the chance that this is going to actually work for
But
me?
you were probably desperate.
I was totally desperate,
And when you're
Joyce.
desperate, that's when you do whatever it takes. Don't get desperate. You need to make sure that you protect your. By the way, for hair health, a healthy scalp is imperative.
Yes.
Now, all my women, do you know that almost 50 million women in the U.S. suffer from female pattern hair loss?
That's a lot.
50
Yeah.
million.
Yeah.
So if you are watching
Yeah,
us and
I
you're
didn't
saying,
realize it was that
you
high.
know, it's just me, I have a lot of hair loss. I know hair loss can feel very isolating because you
for
feel
sure.
very
Well,
lonely.
you're losing you.
Yes.
You're losing you.
You feel lonely, and I've heard it from a lot of my beauties that they say, you know, I'm
What's the
missing
answer?
out. I don't want to go to temple. I don't want to go to church. I don't want to go to parties. I don't want to sit and somebody's looking at the
Yeah.
back of my hair and seeing that colic
Or I'm
and
just
that
always
opening.
wearing a hat.
Or I'm wearing a hat,
Yeah.
or I'm just putting on a ponytail because I'm not feeling my best, so I prefer to stay home. I don't want you to miss out on
Yeah.
life. That's
Yeah.
the last
Right.
thing I want you
Right.
to do, because every day is a gift. So I want you to seize every day. I don't want you to miss out on life, but I do want you to take action. So if you are starting to experience female pattern hair loss, there is a solution for you. This is the only FDA approved solution in the market for female pattern hair loss. And this goodness right here, we're the only ones that have this.
Very good.
We're
Yeah,
the
well,
only
yeah.
ones that have this. This is made with Hylabond.
It's kind to your scalp. It's
Yep.
kind to your hair.
Yep.
Okay, and then in conjunction with that, then go ahead and take the supplementation. We have 30, 60, or 90 days. Get it on subscription for 90 days, and you're going to get a deal on it. But
Yes.
you know what? Work it from the inside out and from the outside in.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Let me tell you really quick about Hylabond.
Please.
Hylabond
Please.
is our proprietary. By the way, all my gals out there, if you find Hylabond anywhere else, I want you to call me because
her
that
know.
means they're copying us and they should not be. So if you find Hylabond anywhere else, you call us, please, right away. Now, what is Hylabond doing? It's a derivative of hyaluronic acid that is bonding to give you that moisturization level in your scalp. Now, why is it so important that the scalp stays moisturized? Because if not, it's going to lead to other different conditions like eczema, like inflammation, all these different conditions that are really, really, really bad for the health of your hair. For healthy hair, a healthy scalp is key.
All right, and the supplementation here, they are 2 capsules a day. Make sure you take 2 a day,
Yes.
and you are getting everything that you need. There is so much nutrition in every one of these little bottles. I am telling you, it's how my hair stopped falling out. Okay, it stopped. And I am telling you, we know the desperation you feel. because we've been there. And if you are feeling desperation, don't go out and spend, my gosh, you know, at that time I was hardly making any money, and I was spending my money on the plasma, on the shots, you know, and it didn't work. It didn't work. I can't believe, but anyway, you have to do what you have to do. And now we're saying, here's an alternative. The supplements and the delightful hair care that is kind to your scalp, kind to your skin, kind to your hair, kind to you, and kind to your pocketbook.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, I can't stress that enough. Well, you know what, Joyce? You are a delight. We love you.
I love you.
We thank you for the ingenuity and the science that you have brought us. So think about that, ladies and gentlemen, and let's take care of our scalp. And we'll say goodbye for now, but you know we'll be back.
I love you, my beauties. Remember always to wake up with a grateful heart, to sprinkle seeds of kindness everywhere you go, and remember